to see you and explain the reason for your mission, connected with the Chelsea Flower Show.
Yes, totally connected. Well, it's to do with this catalogue which I got at the Chelsea Flower Show yesterday. I went there with Tasha's brother, half-brother Carlo, and Tasha's half-sister Catherine, Tasha's sister Jolie, who is the kind of genius behind the rose, together with the rose breeders, of course.
Yeah.
Couldn't be with us because she was in New York rehearsing, but the Natasha Richardson rose that Jolie and I chose at the Harkness Brothers Field in Hitchin, Hertfordshire, last summer, is now on display and for sale at the Chelsea Flower Show, and it looks so beautiful, David. It's
well,
incredible.
Have we seen the picture? Let's put it up again anyway. There it is again. That photograph, incidentally, was taken by Vanessa herself, yes?
Isn't it lucky that I did take a picture?
Very, very convenient.
Yeah. £5 off every sale will go to the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Oh, fantastic. And the reason that you particularly, was there something about this rose that made you think of Tasha? And
yes, exactly. Well, this all started with a friend of Jolie's, a close friend of Jolie's suggested to her that we might think of having a rose named after Tasha, and through her we were directed to the Harkness Brothers, and that's how it happened that we found ourselves in a group of greenhouses and out in the fields of roses, and between Hitchin and Letchworth actually, and saw something of some part of this enormous process of how roses are grown. And we saw beautiful, beautiful roses, and about 3 had been grown and not named. The one that you were looking at just now, it has a very, very special smell. Jolie says it smells like Tasha's favourite perfume.
the last time you saw Natasha was in hospital, of course, in New York. Yeah,
No, yeah, that's right.
And that just must have hit you. It was such a shock. It was so sudden. It's all within 48 hours, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very quick.
Incredible. Yeah. And I suppose if she'd been wearing a helmet, would it have been not quite so bad, do you think?
Oh, it would have been all right. It would have been all right. One of the things that you often can't realise it at the time, but one of the terrific things we heard quite shortly after Tasha died was that a little girl had had a ball in some game in a schoolyard, hit her head, and she'd been fine, gone home. And the report on Natasha having died because of what seemed like a slight ski injury was on the television, and her parents saw it and suddenly realised they must get their girl to a doctor. They rang the hospital, and the hospital said straight away, bring her right in. And so, thanks to Natasha, her life was saved. And I can't but think, David, that actually it's so typical of Tash. You know, as everybody who remembers her, you remember her so well.
Very much.
Always right out. Oh, you're here. And always bringing life.
Yeah.
So she sure made life and brought life, and in that specific way. And now, when you see photographs on the slopes, unless they're models, everybody's got a helmet.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Thank God, exactly, thank God. And you're incredible yourself, Vanessa, of course, because you had 2 other family blows within a short space of time, didn't you?
Yeah.
With Corinne.
Yeah.
And
with
Lynn.
Yes, we've got Linny's memorial in New York on June the 6th.
All right. And
yeah.
And what gives you strength in a time like that, a time of crisis, a time of loss? Is it religion? Is it atheism? Is it Buddhism? Is it, what gives you the strength?
Family, family, and friends. Family first and foremost.
Yeah. Do you have as busy a schedule coming up in the next year or two as ever? I mean, you're working as hard as ever, really, aren't you?
Yes, it's a funny thing, David. It's very hard work, and I'm sure, to digress for a second, you know, when members of your family have died, you find that you meet so many people who've just lost their son, their sister, their brother, so many. So it seems like quite a community out there. But I think everybody knows, maybe you know it yourself. I hope for you you don't, but if you do, you hesitate all the time about carrying on as normal because things can never be normal again. Funny thing, you feel very strange in saying it, but I felt, well, Tasha would have wanted me to go on acting. She would have been furious if I hadn't. And likewise Linny, and likewise my brother. They'd have said, well, this is what we were about, so go on. And that thought, as well as the young ones, is what makes one go on.
Thanks so much.
What better? Thank you.
We'll be back next week. Until then, all the best for now. Join us again then. Bye for now.